Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to all of you once again to the physics classes. We were talking about gravitation, and in that we were talking about the numerical problems of gravitation chapter. Now one more problem you can see on the board, that is two spheres of masses 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg. Say for example m1 I am going to write down, that is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg. And another mass is there, that is m2 I am going to write down, that is 0.5 kg. Okay, so respectively placed at a distance of, that is r is equal to 0.05 meter apart, attract each other with a force of, that is F is equal to 4 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton. Find the value of gravitational constant. Find the value of gravitational constant. Now how to have the gravitational constant? We know that F is equal to G into m1 m2 divided by r square, right? And next thing is we want G, right? We want G, which is equal to G means r square F divided by m1 m2. No, because if you bring the things r square f square divided by m1 m2. Now G must be how much value you are going to get? You must get 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11, right? Yes, and you have to get this because everywhere it is constant. Now we will substitute. What do you mean by r square? That is 0.05 whole square into F is how much? That is 4 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton divided by m1 and m2, that is nothing but 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 0.5 into 5. Okay, this much. So substitute and find out the value. You have to do this work for you, that is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton, Newton meter square per kg square you are going to get. This is the answer you are going to get for the problem. So this is the one of the problem we have discussed. A rocket is fired from the earth towards the sun. So we have earth and towards the sun the rocket is fired, isn't it? Now at what distance from the earth center is the gravitational force on the rocket is 0. So gravitational force on the rocket is 0. As soon as you are going to send the rocket from the earth to the sun, what happens? Somewhere this is the pulling force. Sun is also pulls that rocket, and gravitational force attraction is there towards the earth. So earth is also going to pull that. So at certain point, say for example this is the total distance is r, at certain points maybe nearer to the sun, okay, what happens? The force is going to become 0. So what happens to this distance? This becomes r minus x. Total r, this is x, r minus x. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out the gravitational force on the rocket where it is 0. So we know that at that point, because of earth and because of the sun, gravitational force becomes same. Now the gravitational force because of the earth is G into mass of the earth and mass of the rocket divided by the distance from the earth. Say this is earth, this is sun, distance I am going to take it as x, from earth I have taken. Okay, So what is the distance from the earth center? Because earth center only you have to take. You are not supposed to take x here, because they have asked from the earth center itself. Okay, that is x square, which is equal to g into mass of sun and mass of the rocket r minus x whole square. Now x square I have to find out, right? Now interchange all the things. I am going to write down r minus x whole square divided by x square is equal to g cancels, ms divided by me, cancels. Now this is r minus x divided by x whole square, isn't it, which is equal to ms divided by me. So r by x I am going to keep it is like that only, r by x minus x by x is 1 whole square, which is equal to ms by me. So next what happens, square root I am going to take, r by x minus 1, it goes there, becomes plus 1, square root I have taken before, so ms me plus 1, minus 1 goes there, become plus 1. Now can you find out now? So substitute all the things. R I know, that is 1.5 into 10 to the power 24, 1.5 into 10 to the power 11. So that is nothing but 1.5 into 10 to the power 11 meters. So you are supposed to substitute 1.5 into 10 to the power 11 at r and x. ms you have to write down. ms is nothing but mass of the sun 2 into 10 to the power 30 kg, mass of the earth is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg. And hence if you substitute all the things, means we are going to get a value of x, that is nothing but 2.59 into 10 to the power 9 meters. 2.59 into 10 to the power 9 meters, that is the thing. So exactly calculate, substitute the mass here, all the substitution you have to do clearly. Okay, hence we are going to get the value, that is 2.59 into 10 to the power 9. So this is the method what we can do is. Okay, so this is about this problem. In the problem it is given that the earth mass is 9 times, earth's mass is 9 times, and the radius is 4 times, the radius is 4 times that of the Mars, radius of Mars. Find the escape velocity or escape speed of Mars. If the escape velocity of the earth is 11.2 kilometer, means 10 to the power 3 meter per second. Now you are supposed to find out the escape velocity of Mars. What actually the escape velocity is? The escape velocity you can write down it as square root of 2gm by r, square root of 2gm e by r. Now escape velocity of earth I am going to write down, that Mars I have to find out, no, so escape velocity of Mars I am going to write down. So this becomes mass of the Mars and radius of the Mars. Now which is equal to square root of 2 into g. Mass of the Mars is mass of the earth divided by 9, and the radius of the Mars is RE divided by 4, no, RE divided by 4 here goes to the numerator, that becomes 4. So this expression I can write down, that is velocity of escape speed of Mars is equal to 2gme by RE I am going to write down, 2gme by RE I am going to write down. So this I have written, this I have written, this I have written, remaining is 4 by 9 into 4 by 9. out under square root. But we know that escape velocity of the earth is square root of 2g m e by re, right? So this is the thing, but escape velocity of the earth. So escape velocity of the Mars, which is equal to escape velocity of the earth into square root of 4 by 9 is square root of 2, square root of 4 by 9 is 2 by 3. So what you have to do? Here it is 2 by 3 into V is nothing but 11.2 into 10 to the power 3 meter per second. So you can write down that is 11.2 kilometer itself, because at the end of that answer you have to write down say kilometer itself. Okay. So you will get the answer as 7. You will get the answer as 7.247 into 10 to the power 3, or else kilometer per second if you write down means 7.4. Okay, 7.4 kilometer per second you are going to get. So that is for escape speed of Mars. Again, this problem, this numerical sum may come for 5 marks. All the things. So here it is included some of the board exam topics also, some of the your competitive exam topics also. So in this problems it is included. So kindly go through all the formulas and all, because everything is included. Once or twice if you practice means you are going to get that. Okay, but practice is very much necessary, and different kinds of problem you must see. Okay, so this is what about the numerical sums. So thank you for watching this class. For all the other videos and concept, refer our next videos. We were talking about numerical sums. So one more we have, that is nothing but what happens to a body when it is projected up with the velocity of 11.2 km per second, and why? So if you are going to project a velocity, that explanation you have to write down. This kind of problem will come means for the board exam. So what do you mean by escape speed? Escape speed is nothing but that is what the minimum speed required for an object to escape from the gravitational pull, right? Now what happens when it is projected with a speed of 11.2 km per second? When it is projected, it will go out of the gravity and it is never going to return to the earth surface, right? And that is what, because why? Because 11.2 km per second for an object is the escape speed of the body. It is the escape speed of the body for 11.2 km per second for any object, and so that it is 11.2 km per second. Now compare escape speeds of two planets of mass m and 4m. So for first planet, m1 is m and m2 is 4m, and radii r1 is 2r and r2 is r. We have to compare it. Compare it means I can take the ratio and I can compare. So for the first one, escape velocity is what? 2gm by r. 1 I am going to write down. That is for 1. And VE 2, which is equal to 2gm2 divided by r2. Right. Now next, what you have to do? VE1 divided by VE2. I have to find out VE1. I have to find out VE2. Any one of that I can take. Now VE1 is how much? This much. That is root of 2g. M1 is how much? M1 is m divided by R1 is how much? That is 2r into divided by, no, multiplied means it goes to numerator. R2 means how much? R. And 2g m2 means m2 means it is 4m. So total you can write down total square root of 2g cancels, m cancels, so r cancels, so remaining is 2gmr. That is nothing but you have got 1 divided by, okay, so that is r cancelled, 2 is remaining, and here it is 4 is there, that is 8. No, so I can write down E1 divided by VE2, which is equal to root 1 is 1. No, I can write down 1. Root of that, see, root of this, root of 8 I can write down. So root 1 is 1, root 8 is nothing but, so 4 into 2, no, 4 outside means 2, that is 2 root 2. So VE1, which is equal to, I can write down, or VE2 I can write down 2 root 2. VE1 means V2 is 2 into root 2, fraction of that greater than that of the VE1. Means VE1 has to become equal to VE2. When it will become equal to VE2? Only when you have to multiply it with the 2 root 2. One factor you have to multiply, then only that first velocity becomes equal to V2. Otherwise it won't become equal, right? So that is what the case is. Okay, so this is the problem. So one more problem, you have a satellite orbiting at a height of 2.5 r, means it is like this Earth, satellite is orbiting at a height, means h they have given, that is 2.5 r above the Earth's surface, takes 6 root 2 hours, 6 to 2 root 2 hours to complete one revolution. Show that another satellite orbiting at a height of 6 r, at a height of 6 r from the Earth's surface is a geostationary satellite. R is the radius of the Earth. So what do you mean by geostationary satellite? Geostationary satellite, already we have discussed. Geostationary satellite is nothing but, it is a satellite where you are going to, no, the satellite is going to have the same time period as that of the Earth. Now what we have? So we have H1, T1, H1, T2, H2 you have to find out, no? See, for example, for the first H1 is 2.5 r, means total height, no, r plus h, you know, total height is r plus h, or I can say T1 square is directly proportional to R1 cube and T2 square is directly proportional to R2 cube. Why? Because of the Kepler's laws, or else because of the time period square, which is directly proportional to the cube root of the semi-major axis. That is what we have studied. Right now you are going to have T1 by T2 whole square, which is equal to R1 by R2 whole cube. Now T1 by T2 whole square, so you are going to write down T1 for the first one, that is how many hours? It will take 6 root 2 hours divided by T1 by T2, that you have to find out, right? So T2, you have to show that the time period of the Earth satellite, that is, it is a geostationary satellite that you have to show. Of course it is geostationary satellite, means the time period is 24 hours, that you have to find out. T2 must be 24 hours you have to get, which is equal to whole square. So then R1 means how much? R1 is how much? R1 means actually it is R plus H1 divided by R plus H2 whole cube, no. Now R plus H1 means R plus H1 is 2.5 R, so 2.5 R divided by whole cube. R2 is nothing but how much? That is R plus 6R, which is equal to, you are going to cube, okay, which is equal to, I'll do square, so 6 into 6, 36 into 2 divided by T2 square, which is equal to R plus 2.5, means that is 3.5 R whole cube, R cube and cube of this, divided by R, 6 or 7 or 7 whole cube into R cube. R cube cancels, you are going to get T2 square, which is equal to 7 to the power 3 into 36 into 2 divided by 3.5 into 10 to the power, 3.5 to the power 3. Now how much you have to get? What is the number of seconds for a day? 24 hours. 24 hours into, for hour 60 minutes, 60 into, right? That you have to get, you know. So since you have substituted hours here, no, 6 root 2 hours, and yeah, that's why you will get 24 itself here. If you have substituted in terms of seconds, you would have got seconds. You have substituted in terms of hours, you are going to get hours, like that, right? So this is the thing you are going to get, in terms of that hours you are going to get. And if 24 hours means that satellite is nothing but a geostationary satellite. The satellite is nothing but a geostationary satellite. This is what about the numerical sums of the gravitation. So some more problems you are going to talk. Calculate the period of Earth's revolution around the sun, given the mass of the sun is 2 into 10 to the power 30 kg, mean radius of the Earth's orbit is r. Now what do you have to find out? You have to find out the time period. Okay, so what is the expression for time period? You have got time period, that is nothing but t square, which is equal to, that is directly proportional, right? 4 pi square r cube divided by gm, isn't it? Gm. Okay, so now m, yes, mass of the sun they have given. See, time period of Earth you have to find out means the mass of the sun you have to put, no, because sun is here, Earth is rotating like a satellite is rotating around the Earth, means for the time period this much mass of the Earth is responsible for the satellite. Here mass of the sun is responsible to rotate that Earth around it. Now because the attractive force, so t square it is, so t square you apply, that is 4 into 3.14 whole square into r cube, means that this is the radius they have given. See, 1.5 into 10 to the power 11 it is. See, this is always constant. You have to remember these datas. However, whatever the problems we have discussed, we have studied, some datas are constant. Go through it. Those are very much necessary for your competitive exams. Those are very much necessary for the competitive exams or for any of the conceptual questions they are going to ask, or any of the questions related to the subject. That's why this data, it is not like that they will give the data, we will solve it, we will be having calculator for the board exam. No, some data at least you have to make out, you have to remember. Mass of the sun at the order of 10 to the power 30 kg. You have studied in our first chapter, no? Now we understood mass of the sun is that much. So this is all you have to remember. It is what that will help you to solve the problems, all those things. Now G is nothing but 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 into the mass of the sun is 2 into 10 to the power 30 kg. Now since all are in all are in SI units, what is the time of, what is the SI units of time? What is the SI unit of time? It is seconds, no? So if you do all those things, means you will get an answer for T is equal to, you will get an answer for T is 3.158 into 3.158 into 10 to the power 7 seconds. 10 to the power 7 seconds. Now time period of the Earth is this much. We have to say in terms of days, we have to say in terms of year. Days means how I can do? See, 1 day means how many seconds? 24 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds, no? Then for 1 day it is, okay, this much of seconds. Then 3.5 into 8 into 10 to the power seconds means how many days? So you have to divide by 24 into, that is T is equal to 3.158 into 10 to the power 7 divided by 24 into 60 into 60, which is equal to that dash much of days, that is nothing but 365.5 days. You are going to get, you must get that. And so 365 days means 1 year. For us to Earth to take one rotation, you will take 1 year. And this is what about this numerical sum. Almost we have completed much of the numerical sums in the case of gravitation. In the case of gravitation, more and more sums you go through it because it will help you. It will help you in the case of competitive exams. However, you have to prepare for the competitive exams, you have to work out all those problems. And when you prepare for the competitive exam, have a proper timetable, have a proper order to prepare that. And even for the board exams. So that will help you. Whenever there is a discipline, whenever there is an order, success is yours. So by saying this, so I am concluding this problem. So one more problem we are going to discuss, which is in the gravitational problem. So an artificial satellite revolve around the earth at a height of 700 kilometer, means H is 700. H is 700 into 10 to the power 3 meter, okay, kilometer. From the surface, calculate its kinetic energy, potential energy, total energy, and the mass of the satellite is given. Now kinetic energy means half mv square, no? So kinetic energy means half mv naught square. We don't have g, we don't have mass. We can use this, but also we can use that orbital velocity. So that is nothing but v is equal to square root of gm divided by r plus h. Gm divided by r plus h. So you can write down kinetic energy, which is equal to half m into v square, means gm divided by r plus h. Substitute, that is given half into mass of the satellite, it is given here, that is 150 into g is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 into mass of the earth is, that is nothing but 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg divided by 2 is there already into r plus h is nothing but 6400 into 10 to the power kilometer, no, 10 to the power 3 kilo plus h is how much? That is 700. 700 into 10 to the power 3. Do it, substitute it, everything is in SI units I have written, and you are going to get the answer as 4.22 into 10 to the power 9 joules. 4.22 into 10 to the power 9 joules. Now next thing is potential energy. What do you mean by potential energy? Potential is nothing but energy is negative, but twice that of the kinetic energy, no? If you multiply 2 to the kinetic energy, you will get same as that of the potential energy. But we have a formula, we will do that also, no issues. First you will get down, multiply with the 2, you will get something 8 and it is negative. You have to get then 8, right? Nearly 8 equal. So potential energy will be equal to how much? That is minus g is nothing but 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 into mass of the earth is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg and mass of the satellite is 150 kg divided by r plus h is nothing but c. R plus h is nothing but 7100 into 10 to the power 3 meters, no? Okay. And then you are going to get here, the answer is minus 8 point, because it's already minus 8 point, okay, 8.45 minus 8.45 into 10 to the power 9 joules. Okay, that is what you are going to get. Okay, that is what you are going to get. Now total energy you have to add, and you are going to get total energy. Total energy means what? Total energy is same as that of the kinetic energy, but it is negative, no? same as that of the kinetic energy, but total energy is negative. You can do from this formula also, but for the board exam you have to do this. But for the competitives it is not like that. Multiply by 2 or multiply by 2 for this and just keep that same value, that is 4.22 into 10 to the power 9, but it is in joules, that is total energy. Same as that of the kinetic energy, but it is negative, that's all for the total energy, right? That is we have discussed. So go through this problem, very much lot of information we are going to get from this. Okay, so here we are going to conclude the gravitation, chapter gravitation. Why? Because yeah, everything we have discussed, most of the things. Okay, so chapter gravitation we are going to conclude here. Go through all the topics and go through for, because of the some of the things, nowadays the syllabus is reduced. Go through that syllabus also, neatly study, have a timetable. So by saying this, I am going to conclude the gravitation chapter here. Thank you very much for watching the videos. Once again, watch. If you have any clarification you need, means you go through the videos, and for the next topics refer our next videos. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.